Only 5 people on. Oh, man. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Believe Built brand, the brunch nightcap. This is the nightcap. First of all, thank you for joining me. I see people are still coming in the room. Thank you. Happy New Year, all of that good stuff. Do we still say Happy New Year? It's like, what month? Okay, it's January 11th. I think it's still okay to say Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you so much again for joining me for this nightcap. So, I had this big post marketing plan prepared after the brunch, but life be lifing and life lifed. So I had to do what needed to be done for myself. Had to take some time to just unplug. So I said, you know what? If we haven't learned anything from 2020, 2021, and 22, it's how to pivot. So this is how you do it. This is how you pivot. So this is the Believe Built brand brunch nightcap. I say, you know what? Let me log on and really just have a moment with some friends, a chill moment, a moment to just be as we become the next best version of ourselves. That's what I've been saying. So as you come in the room, please, wherever you're joining me from, YouTube, Facebook, please say something to me. Say hello, all of that kind of stuff. Let's see who's here. Mom, I don't know what my mama talking about. Priscilla, what's up, Priscilla? Can you guys hear me okay? Di is here. What's up? Hey, Di was at the brunch. I should have brought you on, Di. My mama's here. Hey, mom. Unique, hi, and thank you for that comment. I didn't know my mic was on earlier. Thank you. Hey, sis. So y'all are in the building. Do me a favor and share this post. Share this post. Please share this post. So we're going to be here for a short time, but a good time. Okay. Again, in a little while, I have some friends that I'm going to bring on just to kind of talk about their experience with the brunch. But I just want to do a recap on my own. The brunch was absolutely amazing. It was on Saturday, December, when was it? The 4th, I believe, the 3rd, the 4th, one of those. It's been a moment. Okay. It was one of those days, the 3rd or the 4th of December. Such an amazing time, a room full of so much power, a room full of so many just amazing people of all walks of life. You had business owners, you had dreamers, you had influencers, it was just amazing. Honestly, it was, and I'm not saying it just because it was my event, just saying it was a really phenomenal event. I feel like I just stopped getting messages about it maybe like a week ago. No lie. People were saying how much they were blessed by the event. People were saying the connections that they made. I've seen the collaborations already from the connections that was made at the brunch. So that's what I'm all about. I'm about strategic partnerships and strategic collaborations. So that's what the brunch did. So again, do me a favor and share this post. And I just want to share who all of my speakers that was in the room on that day, all of the amazingness. Just check it out. So it was great. We had two panels of like heavy hitters. First was the Muse Business of Life panel. Let me back up. Just for those of you who don't know what Believe Build Brand is, I started Believe Build Brand in 2020, actually 2019, right before the pandemic hit. And the whole purpose of this event is the event where your vision board meets the people that's going to make it happen. I do love vision board parties, and I love how we could, cut out stuff, all of that. That's good. I'm not doing all of that. I'm not doing all of that. I'm not cutting out all of that stuff. However, I said, let me put people in a room to network with those who they need to just have a better life. And we're going to do that in a sexy way. We're going to do that in an amazing way. And we're going to eat good and we're going to look good while doing it. Because I believe when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do good. And when you do good, life is just better. And that's just how it is. That's what we do. And that's how we live over here at Muse, right? So Believe Build Brand, the brunch where your vision board meets the people that can make it happen. That's the entire premise of the event. So I had the Muse Business of Life panel with the amazing Ms. Jasmine Williams, who was a real estate mogul. I had my personal strategist, Mr. Darren Greenfield, who wore me out yesterday in our session. This is why I got all of these, like, this energy is here. I also had, let me think of that panel. I had Dr. Tina Scott, who just amazing, a psychiatrist, because we need to make sure that we're not only taking care of our creative side, taking care of our physical side, but our mental side as well. I had Monique Harrington, who was a financial specialist. Who else on that panel? Aaron, Monique. I feel like I'm missing somebody. It's going to come back to me. I'm missing somebody. It'll come back. Oh, wait, hold on. No, I said Jasmine. It was 5 people. Then we had the Muse Lifestyle panel, which was amazing. The crazy Jermaine Dolly. Crazy Jermaine Dolly. Mr. Keith Pelzer. Yes, Dr. Proctor. How can I forget Dr. Proctor? He's like my uncle. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Di and my mom. Thank you. Dr. Wesley Proctor, the nonprofit guru. Okay. And then we had the Muse Lifestyle panel, which again was Jermaine Dolly, Keith Pelzer. We had Deirdre Butler Edmondson, who gave us some style stuff, and also had Sue, who is my homie, the author and publishing enthusiast. So it was a room just full of people. And again, I wanted to make sure that it was holistic. I wanted to make sure that it didn't just feed one side of you. I wanted to make sure that you left full from your stomach, your spirit, your energy, your network. And shout out to Chef Brandon, because the food was all of that. We had a spread, okay? Because I likes to eat. If you come into my event, you gonna eat. I don't believe in no little watercress sandwiches and all of that kind of stuff. I don't believe in that. Speaking of eating, what are you guys sipping on tonight? I am sipping on, this is absolutely non-alcoholic. It's non-alcoholic. This is a rose lemonade. What are y'all sipping on tonight? This is a nightcap. It's a nightcap. And we're going to talk and we're going to enjoy. We're going to have fun. It's a nightcap. So what are y'all drinking? Tell me in the comments. If it's wine, that's all right. I'm not that person. I don't judge. If it's lemonade, that's fine. If it's water, get something else. But this is rose lemonade. Okay. Now I'm going to tell y'all something. No, wait. This says non-alcoholic. Somebody lied. Somebody absolutely lied. There's something up in there. Okay, so Unique says she is drinking hot hibiscus tea. Get something else, think. Yes, Priscilla, if you're drinking something, if you're drinking water, get something else, please. Just let me know what y'all sipping on tonight. Again, this is a nightcap. And scene. So again, the brunch was amazing. People showed up and showed out. Now I'm telling y'all, I was a little discouraged because the weather said that it was going to be doing some weird stuff. But you know, people, when it rains, people will change their outfit last minute. You know, when it rains, people, should I go? Should I not go? And I'm like, Lord, I can't have this. But the weather cooperated. It rained a little bit in the morning, but by the time the event was over, the sun was out. But I'm telling you, when you stepped inside, it was a party. From the time you walked in to the time that you left, it was absolutely a party. And that's what I wanted. And let me just take a second to say thank you so much to everybody for all of your prayers, all of your support in the passing of my amazing grandmother. I thank y'all so much because y'all really had my back. Y'all kept me laughing the entire time. I didn't cry one time the event. And everybody know, you know, us cancers, we can be a little emotional, but I said, no, Jan would have wanted me to press through this and have this event. So I did it. But thank you so much to everybody who text, who called, who make sure, again, that I smiled that entire event. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Believe Bill brand, again, is something very special to my heart. I believe in setting people up for their next. I believe in having intentionality with events. Yes, we love to come together and eat and drink and laugh and look good, but I also believe that you for sure should have some kind of intent behind what you are doing and what you are building. And there's nothing like Believe Bill brand going on around here, if I can say so myself. But I guarantee you don't want to miss the next one. This is my annual event that I have every December. This year, I am changing the week. Normally we do it the first week. I'm going to do it the second week of December this year because I understand the first week is a little hectic for a lot of people. So we're going to try it on the second week of December and see how that works out. But enough about me and how I felt about the event. I had this amazing videographer. Shout out to Cass, Picasso House. He came through and this is the recap. And that's all I'm saying. This is the recap. Take a look. I loved it. As soon as he said that, I was like, you captured the moment. And that's what I wanted done. I wanted it done, and he did it. So shout out to Picasso House. I'm going to be giving shout outs this entire time because this event, if it wasn't for my team, I would not have made it. This was the first time that we actually had a full team working this event. And it was phenomenal. What are y'all saying? Oh, Unique says, so dope. I love it. Teray, I'm coming for you next because Teray was my lead photographer who just, we'll be releasing that best dress list tomorrow morning. Di said that was decent. Thank you. My Aunt Skeeta's here. She said, awesome. So again, shout out to Picasso House for the amazing recap video. Just good vendors all around. So first person I'm going to bring on just for a second is Angie Stone. I'm just playing. The first person I'm going to bring on is my sister. Such a beautiful soul, and I'm so glad that she's mine. Jennifer Harris is such a gem. Jennifer basically took over everything for me throughout this entire process. So I wanted to just bring her on for a second, give her some accolades to talk a little bit, and she got some good stuff going on with herself. So Angie.
Brother, I love you. I never tried on you. I
Period.
want you
Two.
to know that I'm here for you forever.
Our stop because we don't want to get cut off. We don't want to get cut off.
You're
We
right.
don't want to get cut off. Jen, hi baby. How are you today?
I'm doing well, and
Are
you?
you sipping on anything? I know you can't sip, but are you any water, anything?
So you said get something else, but all I had was water.
Oh God, girl.
I mean, I drink water. It's good for your body.
It is good for your body. It is. How are you today?
I'm doing well, and you? That
I'm good.
amazing.
I'm good. I'm good. And you look great. I really like this hair on you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Can y'all get into these big curls? I love it. You're cute.
Thank you.
So, first of all, I know I've said it to you before, but I want to take this time to say thank you so very much. You in front of the camera, behind the scenes, Jennifer, I could not have done any of this without you. I'm serious. And when I say I got you, I got you. You know, I come when you least expect it. Yeah, I'm saying. So just, yeah. But again, thank you for all of your help. I really appreciate everything that you did and how you showed up for me, my family, and just this entire event as a whole. So from your perspective, like you were there from like inception to the very end. We would sit on this couch, putting the stuff back in those Tupperwares that you bought. So tell me, how do you feel about the moment? How do you feel it went? How do you feel about Believe Build Brand 2022?
You know, I'm really excited about the recaps because I feel like when you're working, you kind of get the feel of it, but you don't get the feel of it. But what I do get the feel of is the experience that the people who came had.
Yeah.
Seeing their smiles, how they was like, this is nice. Just how they were just receptive and open, in church they'd be like amens and things of that sort. So when it was like, yeah, they were with it. It was everything that they needed. And still hearing the feedback. We sent out the survey and the feedback was so amazing where people really enjoyed themselves and felt like I got what I needed. It was like, when's the next one?
Right. And that's always the thing. Yeah. That's always, we always want to know when the next one, because we want it to be an experience where people want to come back every year. We want people to enjoy it and bring somebody, you know what I'm saying? And bring somebody. My mom said Jennifer is the ultimate bestest all around loving, caring. So for sure. For sure. And hello, those who are watching us via YouTube. Thank you so much. Like, share, subscribe, everything. We can get these views up. But again, Jennifer, thank you for everything. So what was some of your highlights of the moment?
You know, that it went so smooth. We thank God.
Yeah.
Also, the food was really good. Chef Brandon did his thing.
He did.
But also the openness of the panelists and how they just shared their stories. It encouraged us to know that, one, trust the process and keep on going. It does get better. And to believe in what we do have within ourselves. So like, we want to believe in ourselves. We want to brand it and then eat a little something with it. So I think that was the greatest part of just the transparency, even with you sharing your heart and pushing forward, even in the midst of all hell breaking loose, right?
Right.
Teaching us that the show still goes on, but you take that memory that you learned and push forward and, never let the world forget who you are.
I like that now. Never let the world forget who you are. I like that. Yes. I like that. Shout out to Dr. Angela Clack, who was also in the room, who's watching on YouTube. Hello, Dr. Clack. Thank you for joining us this evening. Well, first of all, let's pause. What do you have going on right now? Because you have some good stuff. I heard you got some products that you sell and talk to us.
Oh, got it. This ain't about me, it's about PJ, but I'm gonna take this moment. Good evening, everyone. I am Jen Cass, founder of Chosen Counselors, and we recently came out with a book. Can you see it? Get into it.
Do the thing where your hand is behind. Okay, there we go.
So this is a Chosen for This planner and journal. And when I tell you that this has been a blessing to so many, one, we are over 50 sales and I am amazed. Sold 8 today. Why? Because we're talking about self-care in here. We're talking about budgeting. We're talking about body check-ins, because a lot of times we're not checking in with how we're feeling, what we're doing, how the weeks have been going. So, we're doing that. And just trying to get back to the community to normalize mental health and the importance of addressing and acknowledging that sometimes we need to talk to somebody.
Facts, absolutely. And how can people get in contact with you?
Yeah, so I am on Facebook as Jennifer Harris. You can also search Jen Care. She comes up because she's the Philly Oprah, the Philly Bonzante. Okay, but we're on Instagram as well and on YouTube. again, Jennifer Harris will come up. I Google myself. So Google me, baby. She's out
Google. She's absolutely out there.
there.
I love it. I love it. For you, those out there who don't know, look at this.
Stop it, Shanae. Now, Shanae, don't do that. I'm gonna send you a message later though, because I made that meal. Okay.
For those of you who don't know, Jennifer is the administrator for me. So generally, when you make a request and you call us, you're talking to Jennifer. You are not talking to me. So Jen has been on board for the past year plus, I believe. Well, she's always been there, but officially about a year and some change. And she's absolutely amazing at what she does. Jennifer is also a publisher. She edits books. She puts stuff together for you. She does a lot. And it's important to me to be a push partner to those that are in my circle. I don't believe in having slackers around me at all. So if you're doing something and you say you're doing something and you want to do something, you're going to be great at it. And we're going to push each other into greatness. And I'm happy to have her as one of my push partners. What final words can you give our listeners, our viewers for the new year from Jen Cares? Oh, wait, did you go on mute?
Sorry, I put myself on mute. Sorry. My words that I would give is that I believe in you. Whatever it is that you aspire to do, I promise if you step out on faith and do it, it will blow your mind. Believe Build Brand was a small dream, and how it has continued to blossom. If you go forth and whatever it is that you want to do, I promise that you will receive a reward for it. The book is called Chosen for This Period. Why? Because whatever it is that you're meant to do, you are chosen for it, period. Ain't no and ifs or buts about it. So go forth and be the great person that you are, because you are chosen for this.
You are chosen for this. Please make sure that you purchase Jennifer's book. You'll be hearing more from her with more events and things that she does throughout the year. So make sure you connect with her. Jen, thank you so much for jumping on real quick. I love you. I will hope to have you in the morning. Bye, babe. Jennifer Harris, Jen Cares. Make sure that you guys follow her. I have some amazing people coming up right after these messages. Welcome back to Believe Built Brand, the nightcap. That commercial was brought to you by Jack Snacks. Very good friend of mine, Jackie Cordery. Make sure you check her out. She is amazing. If you are in the Philadelphia, the tri-state area, I guarantee she's the person to go to for all of your sweet treats. So make sure you guys check out Jack Snacks. So we're going to keep this show rolling. And I'm going to bring on one of our sponsors whom I fell in love with about 2 years ago. I think we met over the pandemic officially. We met over the pandemic through a mutual colleague, and I adore her. We've developed a bond, and I thank God for those people who just come in your life who are supposed to be there. She's one of those people. So I want to let her introduce herself. This is Miss Ayana.
Hey, handsome. How are you?
Hi, lovely. How are you?
I am fantastic and so glad to see your face smiling into place.
Absolutely. And so first, I want to say thank you so much for being one of our premier sponsors for Believe Build Brand 2022. I hope that we did your business well. I hope we represented you well and we were all aligned. So again, thank you so much for being one of our sponsors. We really, really appreciate it.
The privilege was all mine. And I can't even tell you how just amazed I am at having had the opportunity to seriously be able to know that I was standing alongside a brand that I've seen you build and that I believe in and that I believe is doing work, not just in your local, sphere of influence, but you literally take this thing to the masses. And there are so many people that are operating in the marketplace today that lack the integrity. And it is a pleasure to literally celebrate a person who is doing what they say they're going to do. So, I mean, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for opening the doors and giving all of us a place in the room.
Absolutely. A place in the room. I love that. So tell us about who you are. Who is the Passion Strategist? Talk to us.
Well, she's a wife, she's a mama, but she is a creative who has an affinity for those who are born into this misfit kind of skin.
Mhm.
I believe that creative is a lifestyle. It has its own language, and I physically function here in the earth as a translator. Listen, you got Google Translator. The creatives needed a translator, and some of us just need to get a little bit more fluent in the language we were born to speak. And so I show up to help you to understand that it's not enough just to have passion, but you have to have a strategy if you're going to see that passion help you to profit.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. And you do it so willingly. You do it so authentically. And that's what we love most. And we need more of that. You know what I'm saying? Like creatives, we need more of that because we pour out so much. We need a space again to just be as we become the next version of who we are so that we can leave something in this earth. So thank you for providing that safe space for all of us. Thank you for the check-ins. Thank you for the middle of the night. Hi, are you asleep? Because you don't need to be working right now. We all need those.
Yeah.
Y'all, I literally was up like the week of the brunch. I was up just working. I would get messages like, okay, you have until 2 a.m. before you wrap this up. I know you
Shut it down.
Just shut it down. I'm not playing. Some of us really need that accountability, right? So thank you for being that for me personally. I appreciate it.
Yes.
So tell us about your experience at Believe Built Brand. What do you remember? How did you feel? Talk to us about that moment.
Oh my gosh. First of all, when I tell you that the one thing that I said from the jump was you can tell when something is bathed in prayer.
Mm.
The room was set. There was not one attitude. There was not one person who thought that they were bigger than the rest of the room.
Yeah.
There was no competition. It was a total spirit of collaboration.
Yeah.
And when I say your cup was filled to overflow,
nice.
It was one of the most beautiful experiences I have ever had the privilege of being a part of. And honestly, to get to see you in your zone of genius is just always something to see. But to be able to be so close that you could literally hear it, see it, touch it, and be impacted immediately by it. There is nothing like getting your cup filled up. And I mean, you understood the assignment.
Oh, thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you. So what were some of your key takeaways from the moment? I know it was like a lot of information at once, a lot of stuff to do. We knew we had activation room with the photo booth. We had Mimosa wall. Like it was a lot that happened. But what were some of your like key takeaways from the moment?
So I'll tell you, from the time I walked in the door, you had a spirit of service. Okay. Your ladies were not there to play games. They greeted every single one of us like we were born and raised together.
Yes.
And then you transcend into the foyer of it all, just to take it in visually. It was stunning. And then you get into the main space. And I'll tell you what, those panels literally showed you how you can sit in one place, but have different perspectives. But those perspectives don't have to clash. They can come together to create the total picture. And so when you had Jasmine talk about legacy, when you had Darren talk about strategy, when you had Dr. Proctor, I'm one of the 1,500. I'm going to get in the number. That would be in the number. Okay.
Dr. Proctor has literally solidified over 1,500 nonprofit organizations within I can't even say within the trust. Well, I guess just within this area. Like he's not to be played with. So
not at all. But the humility that he operated in, if you walked away with nothing else, you learned how to honor the shoulders that you stand on to see your success manifest. And he did that in such a powerful way. So, I mean, every single person that you handpicked, there was no question as to why. There was no question as to whether anything was left on the table. Listen, I'm a church girl, just like you, you're a church boy.
Right.
There's a part of the scripture that talks about being poured out a total drink offering. Okay, we was in there drinking. We would listen. I'm drinking tonight. Okay, it ain't water. It ain't water.
It ain't water. You get it. You understand the assignment.
Somebody said it was a nightcap. So
a nightcap. Thank you.
Okay, see? We're in alignment in this year.
Yes. And it was, and that is one thing that I'm big on. And I think I learned this with my family, with my church family, with my friends. Like we're all extensions of each other.
Yes.
So if you know for sure, if I'm hanging out with Jennifer and that's a good vibe, and people crave good energy.
Yes.
People should feel that about her who I don't even know. And we should kind of do that pass it on thing where that energy and those positive vibes are being spread all over. And I am a huge advocate for good energy when it all comes together. I don't believe in negativity. I don't believe like just in that stuff, that nasty stuff that gets in the way of progress and gets in the way of the evolution of life. I don't like that. So it was very important to me for people to show up as their best versions.
Yes.
You can leave out as an even better version. And that was from the door, from each greeter, each host. That was very important to me. And that's what I wanted people to feel. So you saying that makes me feel like me and Jennifer's sweat and tears were worth it all.
Mission accomplished.
It was
Mission accomplished.
It was worth it all. So did you have a favorite speaker out of the panel? Or both panels? Did you have a favorite panelist?
I will be honest. Darren Greenfield
Mm-hmm.
made me sit up at attention. Okay, because he did, and I love him because he is one who is a wordsmith. Like I love words.
Yeah.
And so recently he had put up a post and he talked about how you ought to have people in your circle who clap for you and challenge you.
Absolutely.
And you cannot separate them. That's like trying to separate the peanut butter from the jelly. They go together.
They go together.
And he absolutely did that in a way that did not convict you in terms of making you feel, less than, but it absolutely challenged you to look at yourself beyond just the moment we were in. Who do you see yourself being? And it complemented so well the tools that you gave us physically. Because I don't know if y'all see some people, they don't appreciate when you get a good gift bag. Baby, this here bag. First of all, let me tell you, I'm still using my pen/Lantis. Yes, I am. I've been wiping my little glasses. And the book is so beautiful that I did my homework, but I couldn't write in the book because the book is beautiful. That's a keepsake right there.
You don't understand how much because we really put some effort into them bags. You see what I'm saying? I don't like when people go to events and gift bag is just like we just gonna throw this stuff. Nah, like if the people that pay their money, get them something to take home.
Please and thank you.
Thank you for that. We spent some time on them gift bags. Yes, we did. Yes, Kamara said that bag definitely using the wipes daily. Thank you. Thank you. Hello. You want to say hi? We have a guest. No, you don't want to say hello. Okay. My puppy. He's always here. He's always here. But that gift bag, that means a lot. You definitely thought about everything you put in. Yes, because this is the thing. And for all of those who are on here and you plan on doing something this year, you plan on putting your best foot forward.
Yes.
Everything you do is a moment. Every single thing you do is a moment. I don't care if you think it's the smallest of things. Details matter. And
yes, they do.
Matter to me. The details make the experience. So you have to put those little things. You got to do it. You got to take some time to just, So thank you for that.
Thank you for that. Okay.
That means the most. So switching gears. So tell us, you have something coming up. Tell us about it. Tell us about this, all of the
So no, I appreciate that because again, you are a collaborator from your core, right?
Yeah.
And so I am super, super excited and I'm privileged. PJ challenged us to be an answer, right? To show up in our authenticity, in our zone of genius and take up all the space. Okay. Yeah. And so what hit me was, you know what? I remember the days of Motown. Okay. I'm a Motown lover.
Where you going with this? Because I'm a Motown.
First of all, did you watch the Temptations movie over the Christmas break? Because it was on. That's Black Christmas royalty right there.
And you know that if you watch the beginning, you have to finish it to the end, and it's at least 12 hours long. I mean,
you understand, but it's worth every minute, no matter how many times you see it. And so what happened was I got to thinking as I was enjoying the holiday break, there was something that was magic about that era and that company of creatives in music. And what it was they had a visionary in Berry Gordy who was concerned about more than just the way that they shined on stage under the lights,
Mhm.
He was one of those men who believed in sending them to charm school and learning etiquette, learning how to speak about their brand, show up and represent their brand. And so when I came from your experience, I said, you know what irritates my soul is how so much of that is now a lost art.
Law.
People do not know how to put two sentences together, and they do not know how to speak about their
Yeah.
own brand.
Facts.
Whatever the reason, it's not happening.
Yes,
And so
the
I said,
development is lost. Nobody wants to go through the development of the artist. Nobody wants to do that anymore.
and nobody wants to shine a light on the fact that just because you became a YouTube phenomenon does not an artist make. Okay. And so I came to let the people know, because somebody said, give the people what they want. The people want to hear you sound like your grandmama and your mama sent you to school all those years to get an education. And so what I have done is I have taken this point of irritation and how we speak today. And I said, you know what? We need to learn how to speak easy.
Yeah.
We made speaking so hard. We text fragmented sentences. We don't even, it's not a one-to-one interaction. We need to make speaking easy again and not so deep. And so I have developed and curated this experience called the Speakeasy Experience.
I love it.
And it is going to be going down in the month that we celebrate and create and honor all things Black history, February 24th, 2023. It's the Speakeasy Experience right here featuring Philly's finest. So I'm a big believer. Listen, I came tonight with my good wine. This here's it's a spiced apple cider, and it's made right here in Chadsford, Pennsylvania. Why? Because I know there are diamonds in my own backyard. And so I am intentionally putting these diamonds on display, and I'm going to have people come and help you to learn how to speak easy about your personal and professional brand. And I am honored to say, y'all are getting this first, okay? Listen, y'all know PJ does premiere, so you can't come here half stepping. You gotta come with it, okay? And so I am so honored to say that PJ Owens, Sir PJ, that's my brother, I call him Sir PJ. Sir PJ Owens is going to be one of our featured panelists.
Me?
Yes, that's you. Yes.
Wow.
Come on down. You are the next speaker at the Speakeasy Experience. And so he's going to come and he's going to do what he does best, which is teach you how to speak. We're focusing on words and images, along with some other angles of how your brand can and should speak. And so Sir PJ is going to come, and baby, when you get done, you won't be knighted by Sir PJ because you're going to get your stuff all the way together. Okay. So I am excited for it. I am here for it. I hope you guys are going to be there for it. The tickets are up on sale, eventbrite.com. I need you to understand the early bird gets the worm. So the early bird special is popping right now, but it's over on Friday at 11:59 p.m.
Got it. What do we do Eventbrite? Do you have the link like on your socials and stuff?
It is. So if you go to at the Passion Strategist on IG, the link is right in the bio. It'll take you there. You will find it in the stories, on the post wall, all the things. But the important thing is that you get into the room. PJ taught us about the importance of being in the right rooms. And this is a room that you need and want to be in if you want to see your success manifest in 2023. So it's the Speakeasy Experience, and you want to be in the building.
I love it. I love it. Y'all make sure you guys attend. Make sure you follow Ayana. She's amazing. She goes live and gives all of these jewels. Like, she's really a person who you should follow. So make sure that you support that event. Thank you so much for hopping on and just giving me the event. I'll see you soon, but we'll talk in text before then. But I'll see you. I'm excited about your event. Love you.
Love you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Guys, Ayana is amazing. Again, make sure that you follow, like, share, subscribe to all of her content. That's somebody, I'm telling you, who you want to plug into, okay? I think one or two more of my friends are coming in. And again, we'll be done this by 10. I wanted to just do an hour-long special recap about Believe Built Brand, The Brunch. And coming up next, we have my brother. I've known this man for decades at this point. I've known him for decades at this point. The amazing Nate Jackson, who everybody knows, but Nate is a brand, he in the hair industry, but Nate is a good friend of mine. At this point, he's really like my brother. I can't even just say friend, but Nate is phenomenal. So we'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to the Believe Build Brand Nightcap. This is the place where we're chilling and we're talking about all things that happened at Believe Build Brand, the brunch back in December. It was a phenomenal event with phenomenal people doing phenomenal and legendary things. So next up, I have my brother, my friend, the amazing Mr. Nate Jackson. Jackson? Now, wait a minute, you're doing the robot. Can you hear me?
There we go. What's going on, P?
I hear you. Wait, the picture froze and we got to come in alignment.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Okay, do something. Move. Do something. We hear you. Okay, okay. Something's happening.
Is it coming?
Something's happening. It's coming. We hear you. It'll probably sync. It'll probably sink in a little bit. There we go. Okay, okay. And y'all let me know on your guys' side for our guest watching if you see him clearly. I want to make sure it's not just my connection. Can you hear me, Jackson?
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh. All right. It might. I wonder, is it are you on your Wi-Fi?
Yes, take it off.
It's frozen a little bit. Let me see what the people saying. Oh, they say you're frozen.
Okay. Let me.
Yeah, go somewhere else. It's a beautiful house.
I'm so sorry, guys. All right.
Come on, feet.
Is this better?
No, it still froze. Oh, wait. It's choppy a little bit. You know what? Maybe log out and probably come back in. That'll probably be best. Log out and come back in. If you can hear me. Oh, no, wait. See, the devil's busy. I'm going to take a swig. And I can't drink it all because I'm trying to wait for the toast. Now, here we go. Here we go.
Is it. We here. We in there.
Now, wait. Now, wait. Okay. 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 You here.
Okay, we here.
Now, what's going on? Yeah. I'm trying to make sure to say yes. Wave or something. There you go. We're here. It's working.
A to the
yes.
Man.
A to the man. Jackson, what's up?
What's going on, P? What's happening?
Thank you so much for joining me on the nightcap. Are you had to move? Did you have a beverage? Were you sipping on anything? Was it water? Was it wine? Was it choice?
Kiwi strawberry lemonade.
That's for the children. That's for the children.
I left it downstairs because I had to run upstairs. So
I get it. That's all right. You drinking the children's punch, but that's all right. That's all right too. Everybody said that it is better. Okay, cool. Everybody sees you now. So Jackson, you was in the room. I think you've been at every Believe Build Brand that we've had in person.
Absolutely.
You've been at every brunch. Tell me about your experience. Well, first of all, no, let's back up. Tell the people who you are. Not that people need to know, but tell people who you are before we move on any further.
Hey, everybody. I'm Nate Jackson. I am a 30-year plus hairstylist. I've been in the beauty industry for a very long time.
A long time. And the fact that's it. That's all you're going to give. I mean, you got product. Nate, are you kidding me?
I have, well, first of all, let me say I am branded by Mr. Muse himself, PJ Owens. So he is responsible for my brand, for my logo and everything. I'm going to be honest, I would not be who I am today professionally if it wasn't for that man right there. So y'all see it when y'all see the logo and y'all see the product and stuff. It is definitely a manifestation of what he does. So you want to get branded like now, right now. Before you launch, get branded.
Thank you. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. So tell me about your experience at this year's brunch.
So this year's brunch, let me tell you, first of all, being at all of them, my expectation was already on high, and I didn't expect nothing less. The excellence was just, it was just phenomenal. From when you walked in the door, how you was greeted, how when you walked up to get your to check in, and then when you opened up the door to walk through the doors to the actual event, I promise y'all, it was like we walked into Hollywood. Okay. I mean, it was, you had the mimosas lined up in one section. You had the photo booth 360 thing in one section. You had Miss Desi on the red carpet in one section. Then you had the whole brunch set up in one section. Like, it was like a whole, like a museum, if I must say. It was like a live museum. Like,
the muse.
PJ didn't miss one detail. You didn't miss one detail. And I'm not just saying this because this is my friend. I'm saying this because this is somebody that exudes excellence. Like, if you missed this brunch, I'm telling you, you really did yourself a disservice.
Oh,
you do not want to miss 2023.
You don't. So what stuck out to you the most? Was it anything from the speakers that's like really stuck with you as far like the content that was given? What were like some of the key points that you took away?
It was a lot. First of all, I got something from everybody. The thing that I like about it is your panels are always very diverse, and it's something you can take away from. Like, you had different age group brackets where you heard wisdom, you heard knowledge, you even heard from people that just discovered who they actually were, and you know, how they are on their journey and stuff. But it was just like really amazing just to be, I would say for myself, to really be encouraged and empowered. Even though I've been in this industry that I've been in for a long time, and I've been an entrepreneur for so many years, I still like to remain a student. And I always come in to Believe Brand Brunch like a student, like it's my first time. Willing to, like, I had my iPad, I'm taking notes, I'm just sucking in everything. And you know, it really allows you to rediscover yourself, and it allows you to come out your comfort zone and do better than you did before.
Yes. And that's very important that you brought it up, because that's the whole point of the moment. You know what I'm saying? And it is I learned, even though it's my event, even though I'm interviewing, I'm sitting there soaking up everything from these amazing people as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're never too big to be students. We're never too big to be students. We have to constantly learn, constantly collaborate, constantly. That's how we grow and evolve. And I believe that in this season, we need people more than ever. We need each other more than ever before. So during the moment, during the event, again, you said you got something from each and every speaker. What did you feel about the food? That's the question here.
Listen, the food is always.
Shout out to Chef Brandon. Kitchen.
Let me tell you this: if PJ Owens used you more than once, you're doing something.
Now,
okay,
Nate, that's something. Nate, that's something. Because won't we be one and done?
Listen, it's not. You know, the crazy thing about it is, when you first, our culture, and I'm going to say this, our culture, a lot of times, sometimes a ticket price will scare you, because you like, oh my goodness, like, this is something that I never paid this much for something. But the thing is, at the end of the day, the thing I like about PJ is no gimmicks. You know how some people, they'll charge something for that and spice it all up, because we've been to stuff, they spice it, and you get there and be like, they played with me. But PJ, I promise you, if the tickets was $200, I would still pay it.
No, thank you, man.
It's like, it's total excellence. It's like we got on the plane, we went to LA or something, and went to an event.
Oh,
I can't.
I'll take
like
it.
I can't. This ain't capping him up because he my friend. Listen, I have a lot of friends that do stuff or whatever the case may be. But I'm saying, like, it really gave what it was supposed to give. And I'm just like, first of all, I'm proud of him, especially from where he started to where he is now, and the fact that he keeps going. I don't even know how are you going to outdo 2022 brunch? I'm trying to figure out what is that. Is a helicopter coming in there? Because that's the only thing. Like, and wait a minute, let's talk about this outfit. Let's talk about this. Listen, let's talk about the suit, okay? PJ just nails it every time.
Okay.
The suit.
Thank you. Shout out to Gary. Gary is phenomenal. I can't think of the name of his business, but Gary just has these custom pieces and they're just phenomenal. So shout out to Gary. He's responsible for that green suit from
The suit was everything.
So thank you.
Everything.
And this is the thing. I love clothes. I mean, this is not a secret, but I don't just tell people like, I want you to look a certain way at my event. I really believe when you take time to put yourself together, you show up differently.
Yeah.
Show up differently. It's not that I just wanted people to look nice. When you take time to really say, how should I show up? You become a different version of yourself. And I've seen it happen over and over again. And crazily, I've gotten messages from people like, yo, this was the first time in a long time where I actually forced myself to like get dressed or like show up different. Thank you for that. And I'm like, yo, I didn't even think of it from that perspective. I just, again, like people to show up a certain way, because when you show up a certain way, the result is different. And I
love the fact that it was a dress code that was enforced. Listen, when you get tickets to the Grammys, the Stellas, and all of those things, they tell you that it's a dress code. Why? Because at the end of the day, because of what they have invested in it, they want to make sure that everyone comes a certain type of way. And I mean, I had people message me, inbox me when I was putting up videos and stuff. It was like, yo, where are you at? Where is that at? Because of not just the ambiance and everything, but because of the people, how everybody dressed. It's like people came showing up to who they are. You know what I'm saying? It made you feel like involved. It made you feel like somebody.
Facts. Image really goes beyond just the physical. Image really is, it's internal and it's external. And I've been preaching and practicing and talking about this for years. Presentation is everything. When you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do good. When you do good, life is better. And that's just how this goes. So again, thank you so much for coming to the brunch. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your friendship over the years. Thank you. You know, I don't take that stuff lightly. And we talk beyond this. Like, this is just bringing people in on our craziness. But honestly, just thank you for being a constant in my life. I literally love you to life. So thank you. So tell us all of the amazing stuff that you have going on right now, because you have shows coming up, you have stuff going on.
Yeah, so right now I'm actually working on a fashion show. I'm creative director for, so I'm kind of coming out of my show with some things. I recently just launched a new product line. Well, I relaunched my shampoo and conditioner, and I extended the line to a hair oil, a hair shine, and a holding spray. So that's out. I'm doing more vending and stuff to get myself out there. So, you know, just finding more ways to keep myself relevant, to keep reinventing myself, and to also like bring myself from behind the chair as a regular hustling hairstylist.
We got to get from behind the chair, behind these computers. The people want to keep us there. They want to keep us there. We can't stay. We have to get up and go.
Yes.
They'll be fine. And I keep trying to tell people, we'll never leave you high and dry, but it comes a point where we got to get from behind this stuff. We got to get from behind it. This ain't it. But Nate, how can people get in contact with you? What's your socials, all of that stuff?
Yes, so to get in contact with me on Facebook, I'm Nate Jackson. On Instagram, I'm Nate Jackson Global. Also, my business page on Instagram is Nate Jackson Hair Studio.
Decent. Guys, make sure you follow Nate. Get tickets to the show. Toya Marshall, it's her show, Faith in Fashion. I'm actually on that panel too, because PJ is working.
Hey, come on, P.
Okay. So make sure you hit that event too. Hit up Nate. And we're just going to evolve and grow and get better and better and better. Thank you, bro. I love you so much.
Yes, thanks for having me. Love you, P.
Okay, I'll see you later. All right now. Guys, that was the Nate Jackson. Phenomenal. I ain't got no more commercials, so we're gonna bring up my final guest, my brother. He loves to outdo me with this production thing. He's sitting in his state-of-the-art studio right now. Bringing on the great Mr. Keith Pelzer.
Sorry. Am I squared up? Am I squared up right, man?
Squared up. Yes.
Okay. All right. Can you hear me?
This man is literally in his like state-of-the-art studio right now. Look at him.
I'm sorry, man. I came in and I jumped in. I was listening in the car to all this greatness that was popping on the screen. I'm just loving it, man. Thanks for having me, bro.
Thank you for coming on. So for those of you who don't know who this is the great Mr. Keith Pelzer, the creative extraordinaire, music producer extraordinaire. Like Keith likes to play down all of this stuff that he's done. Keith, tell the people who you are. Like, really tell them.
I'm Keith Pelzer, songwriter, producer. And I'll say this live because the word will get out. Former pastor, but still preacher, man of God. So yeah, drinks up. We'll discuss all that and unpack that later. So yeah, y'all can tell people, be like, wait a minute, yes, I'm not pastoring right as of now. I didn't get kicked out of my church. Quick sneaker preach. There's a difference between handling and holding on, and so I tried to handle best as I could. I handled well, and so I put down. So that's about it. So hands still on the gospel plow. But we on this. We talking about.
But thank you for that, because that's the tactful, and that's the way you should do things. That's the way you should do. You hit it, you quit it, and you move on. This is what we do.
Listen, you got to know when to hold them.
When to hold them and when to hold them. Seriously. So Keith was one of my amazing panelists on the Muse Muse Lifestyle panel, along with Deirdre Butler Edmondson, stylist, Jermaine Dolly, and Susan Small. Keith shared his heart. He shared from a creative perspective. First of all, thank you for even being there that day. That really meant a lot to me.
Thank you for having me.
To be there, to have you in the room, it meant a lot. So tell me about your experience, because this was the first time. This was crazy. The first time I think you've been to like a Muse sanctioned event. So I think it was a good first impression. That made me happy. So tell me about like how did you feel being in that room? Talk to me about the event.
Listen, what was the craziest thing was me having already met you and knew you, but didn't really know you, right?
Right.
I actually met you at Jamez's shop for one of his events.
Yes.
Like formally, right? Just heard the name and didn't put all together. And Jamez had to put me on, like, dude, you've been looking at his work for ages. And I'm like, oh, that's who doing so. Oh, he like, yo, that's who doing my stuff. I'm like, okay. So when you asked me to come on, I'm like, you know what's crazy? And I'm gonna give you this. You don't pick people based on hype, right?
Right.
It's like if you already know people or you already had your eye on them for a reason, you are a person to me about significance and not success, right?
Absolutely.
And my phrase is always this: if you go after significance, success is a consequence of significance. And so your significant thing was just like, yo, I want you on. I'm sitting there looking like, why you want me? And I'm like, all right, that Grammy was years ago, right? I ain't putting nothing out in a while. And I'm sitting there like, you wasn't in the audience when I'm preaching and stuff. So I'm like, all right, you like, no, I want you and I know why. And after the experience, Tina already knew what was up. Jamez knew what was up. I'm slow. But then I'm like, hey, Jan is there. You got Desi, Nate, all the people that know you. And I'm like, dude, doing it super big. So let me tell you, the experience, everything Nate said, I'm just going to chime in and say Nate said it all. I was in that joint like, yo, this dude, let me tell you what Nate said. Shout out to my brother Nate. Let me tell you what Nate said that is so true. I literally felt like I flew out to LA and went to a big event and I had to have something together because you can't half step it.
That makes me happy.
Okay. And I didn't feel like I had to be rich or I'm not up to par. Like it didn't feel like somebody pulling up in Bentleys and stuff and got this, that, and the third. But it pulled everybody up, and you seeing people Ubering, driving up nice, whatever. But we all felt equally important and special because we're at your event. That's the one thing I want to say about what you put on. It didn't have a big I, little you. You know what I'm saying? If I know you a doper musician than me, in my opinion, I can respect that, but I don't feel like, oh, little me is in the room. Right. Everybody that was there was important. Right. It was Andrea Johnson. Yeah. She said it wasn't fake. Like it was legit real talk. It was legit real. Yeah.
Right. But that's to that point, that's the energy that we wanted in the room. And while yes, success does matter, like you said, significance matters more. Even though we met at that, because I think that was Jamez's Juneteenth event that he had, his festival that he had. But I have been watching you, and I for a long time.
Oh wait,
we met.
You had the hat on. We were getting out the cars going to Zach's joint. Yeah, and remember then. I still didn't put the name to who he was. I was just like, yo, this boy is fly as jacks. I was like, this dude is hype. And everybody like, that's PJ. I'm like, that's PJ. Dude, forgive me. I just listen, I'm old.
But
that's
you know what people need beyond the wants. All of that stuff, what they need, how things need to land, what creatives need to hear. You get it. And that's what I wanted, people in the room who got it to help somebody else get it. That was the whole point. So it's beyond just the Grammys. And yes, he did say Grammys, because those things do matter. Those things matter. I don't care if that Grammy was 50 years ago. You matter, and what you've done for us and been a voice for us, like those things matter to me. You know what I'm saying? It matters. And I think that the more we collaborate and the more we have these spaces to just be, I think that's what people really need. Like they need, well, like, yes, the Bentleys, all that kind of stuff, all of that stuff is fine. But at the end of the day, if you never get that stuff, if you never touch that car, you know what I'm saying? If you never get in that big mansion, you still have to understand like your purpose and your footprint matter in this world. And I think those are the kind of messages that you give to us all the time. So those were the reasons why I'm like, I gotta have my bro on this panel for sure. So you being in that room, was it any of your fellow panelists that you was like, yo, like that stuck with me, like this was really good? Was anybody that like stuck out to you?
Yeah, everybody. To me, I think everybody had something to say, even laughing at, Dolly.
That like in real life.
I think we all needed it. You know what I'm saying? Like we needed it. I think it was enough. It was something there for everybody. That first panel you had, a lot of thinking going on, right? That was the repent joint. Like I get my stuff together. Then the second one was like but early. The first part was, let me read this text.
Right.
And in the third verse, it says, you know what I'm saying, in the Greek and the Hebrew, but then the second panel was like the celebration, right? And so when you left there, it was kind of like, yo, I got to get myself together. But then I talked to people creatively that's like, boom. And then everybody had time to mingle.
Right.
And you had all the photographers up in there. It was just off the chain. I enjoyed it.
And Keith bought this big fancy camera. I could have had Teray hire you too. I could have had you with her. So shout out to again my lead. Look at this. Look at it. Keith had his camera. So this
Teray is my new little sister, man. Like boom. That's my roadie, man. I love Teray. I love Teray.
Because she might still be here. She was here earlier. Her and Deirdre was here. Teray is phenomenal. I met Teray a while back and we've been working for some time now. She is here. Keith had all the equipment on deck. Yes. So I met Teray a while ago at this point, And Deirdre's here too. Deirdre.
Oh, come on. Hey, y'all.
Here. So I met Teray a while back. We started working together. Teray has an amazing event band called the B-Side. And the B-Side, I'm not talking about just like, we're going to get some instruments together and go play. No. This is like a corporate event band, right? So we started working on that, and Teray just kind of became like this safe space for me. And like, I mean, encouraging, like just a really amazing person. So Teray called and was like, yo, lead photographer is mine. Just give me that for this. And I'm like, say less,
bro.
Say less. The work, and this is the thing. It's very important to have somebody like we're big thinkers and we're big doers. A lot of times we're big doers and we don't have other big doers next to us to work alongside. It's like we're trying to pick people up. No, that's not what this was. I learned from Teray, and I love that I can do that. So her expertise because of what she does Teray came and legit took my event from Philly to LA. That was because of Teray. That was because of Teray. The work was impeccable.
Let me say this, man. When you have, see, what I liked about your event was it was step up and bring your A game because you respect people in the room that you don't even know, right?
Fact.
So me, I'm like this. You got photographers there, but I know I do what I do, right? So I'm sitting there talking to Teray's mom, you know, sitting there next to her sister and everything, and I'm looking like, and then I kind of got a sense. I'm like, that got to be your daughter. Okay, catch on. So mom is throwing the respect, and I slide my camera out. She peeping my game over there, and I'm like, no, dude. In my file, in my link, I took a picture of every photographer there, literally.
Right.
So because again, it's like greatness is going to connect with greatness. It's like, yo, if you on the NBA field, the NFL field or the NBA floor, it don't matter if you on the bench. It
Fact.
don't matter if you play the whole season or not. You on the team.
Fact.
And if you in this or you on the team and you wearing the jersey, it's like, yo, you legit. So it's like everybody had the jersey on. So
Right.
I'm like, yo, you got something in here and you're here for a reason. But
Right.
then I'm watching this cute little girl working with the big cameras as big as her, right? And I'm sitting there looking like, because I'm learning. I'm sitting there looking at her like I just did an event. And I'm like, oh, that's what I did wrong. Okay, I see that. Okay, I see she got the 2470. Okay, I'm peeping game, right? So then I pull mine out. And, you know, she's like, oh, okay, I see you. She peeping on the side. And I was like, I love this girl. And then you got the other people walking around there. I was just like, we just got to take this. So here's the one thing I just got to drop on this. People, you got to go back and look at Teray's timeline on Facebook and look at what she said about moms. Read it slow. This is the essence of where I'm at ministry-wise now. It's not just about a camera, but my latest post today, shout out, plug to myself, my latest post today, read that and read what Teray wrote about her mom and taking pictures and how we're always running from the camera.
Mm-hmm.
To everybody that ain't scared of the camera, make it purposeful. Make your pictures purposeful stories. So the whole branding, the music, it's like find out how to come with your A game, even if you dress down. You understand what I'm saying? Even if you dress down, make it matter.
Make it matter.
Oh my gosh, man.
That's extremely important. And even when I talked to her, I was like, so listen, we have, this is the first time I had like a content team. So it was Deirdre, it was Teray, it was Mark, and it was Kaz. That was the entire team. So Mark was the photographer and Kaz my videographer. And they all three of them literally, I told them the vision, right? And I told the vision first to Teray. I'm like, Teray, I need you to reiterate it with Mark. Got on the phone with him. He was like, oh, dude, I got you. It was such a marriage between those three. And that's why I got the content I did. And this is the thing, plug. You want to make sure you have amazing vendors, photography and videography at your event because it helps you with your marketing efforts for the next year if it's an annual event. Okay, that's just a little nugget. So
that's
all
good.
of the great stuff, I'm not going to launch it and release it all at once because that's going to be used as the bait for this year's brunch. You got to be strategic with.
Come on, Reverend.
That's that.
Talk, Reverend.
and that is that. That is that. Okay.
My goodness.
And more of that is coming during music.
I had to drink to that.
But a lot of times people really try to skimp on their vendors. You cannot do that.
Nah.
You cannot do that. You have to have good vendors, good team, so that it supports the marketing efforts for the next leg of whatever it is that you are going to roll out. It makes sense. It makes sense. And I know another commercial, I told you as my brain works. So I told you this was the first time I had like a full team working with me. Shout out to Derek. Oh my God, Derek. I was just about to mention you. Derek King is here. Derek took the entire load with Jennifer off of me for this event. Derek was my event planner, did everything, did decor. Derek, I love you so much, man. Like, thank you. You stuck with me forever. And that's just what that's going to be. So shout out to Derek King. Concepts by King. I don't know if you go by something else right now, but I love you, bro. And I appreciate it. But yeah, that's what this was. And so again, I thank you for being a part. And I always thank you for your insight, even when you're not trying to be insightful. You always insight and you always have something to share. I'm like, do this guy's brain ever rest? Like, I know my brain is crazy, but it's like your brain just never is on chill. But you always
you help me, bro. When I say like the end of last year and the close, so I'll drop this too. I said something, and maybe this will preach outside of church as well. My last sermon, on New Year's Eve, it was Acts 27, right? Okay. And people need to read that real slow and read in the Message translation. It said, "We gonna be all right," and I did that in the pulpit, right? I said, "We gonna be all right," and I said, it said the angel of the Lord spoke to me and it says, "We gonna be all right, right? Everybody's gonna be all right. There's no loss of life." But I can't say as much for the ship. And the shift for many people is they're trying to keep their ship together rather than worry about where they're going, right? And worry about their life. So it's time to live now and stop trying to hold the ship together. You got to trust God when the ship breaks. So like what you do branding wise, you're going to be branding people after their ship has broken up. And they're showing up to you on broken pieces. I know I'm preaching to you right now. The clients are people that have come in on broken pieces. They are survived, but now they have to go to that next step. And the thing is, you can't work with the ship that they were in. That's the problem. You can work with them, but you can't work with the ship that they were in. And so for me, I'm trying to help people where it's like, yo, there's a lot of people still trapped in the ship. Your prayer is, oh God, don't let it break up. Right. It's like, no, don't worry about it breaking up because you will survive. And that next chapter that you got to deal with is coming, but you got to stop concerning yourself with the ship all the time. Wow. And that right there, you got to let that ship go. I'm going to stop.
No. Wow.
Let me shut up. I'll save it for a podcast or something.
Wow. No. Seriously, that's the nightcap.
That's gonna be my next. That's gonna be my next post.
That's the nightcap.
Let that ship go.
Let that ship go. No, but it's the truth. And it's crazy because I feel like I was just talking to Jennifer about what you just said maybe earlier this week. Seriously.
Shut up, Ayana. Don't you start. Tell Ayana to be quiet.
Yes, no, seriously. Like, let that ship go. No, that's like genius. And I think that's perfect to tell us right now. We need that for the rest of this year and the rest of our life. So thank you for that. I was getting ready to ask you what the final thought was, but thank you for doing it without asking me. I appreciate that. Right? I appreciate that. But no, do you have? Oh wait, what did she say? I need you to sum up that thought in the picture. Keith, post that. A challenge.
Well, I'm gonna have you take it. Oh, so right, me and Tina got to get in the picture together, and I'm not doing an auto time or nothing. So be ye also ready. So basically, how about that?
We need a little like creative day where we can just go out and just get some stuff for fun. That's what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Got it. Do you have anything else, man? Thank you so much for this. Is what I'm saying. You always dropping these gems, but do you have?
No, because I'll keep going. The final word is everyone stay tuned.
As the chip.
Stay tuned because PJ will be here. Man, I don't know. You and Tina in the same house with wine? Oh, Lord have mercy.
With rosé. I mean, with rose lemonade.
Okay, got you. Okay. It's they ain't will be in Tina glass. That glass be different.
Tina,
we drink that. That's one of my favorite right there. That's one of my favorite. Yes. That dude. You know where to get them from, right?
This was from Wawa. No, this was from a store on Market Street.
No, you know where to get them from, right? You go to Home Goods, bro. Home Good. You got to creep in there at a certain time, and Home Goods will just have a whole
in the county. Like, I'm gonna just go to the county. In the county. That's what it is. Dude, you are amazing, man. Do you have anything coming up that you want to share with us? I just want people to be able to follow you. If y'all not following Keith Pelzer right now, please, on Instagram, YouTube, MySpace, Black Planet, all of the sites. Please follow this guy.
Just IG Keith Pelzer. I'm gonna have to be talking to PJ because I got to brand myself. I do this stuff, and I'm real about what I know I don't know, and so I'm open to learn. So God has been good, man. Without branding myself or really trying to push, I just got a hit from Facebook and Instagram, and a company that the latest picture I put up with the strap. They got me a strap coming. They put me on their in their whole email blast.
Endorsements.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm in negotiation with people starting to talk and it's just doing what I love. And so again, my latest post kind of puts it out there. So I'm gonna be working with you.
I love it.
And following what you're doing, man. I appreciate all of y'all and everybody that was in that room. I say this to everybody who I personally talked to and didn't. It was all so much love in that room. Had a ball with Brian Jackson. You got the blackmail pictures for Brian Jackson, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, amen. Me and Sean, Pastor Sean, we got them and a few other people. So Brian got to watch it. Yeah, we gotta
watch it.
Yeah, we got exclusive. So you got to come to the next PJ Owens event for the exclusive Pastor Brian Jackson. Exclusive footage. He's sharp too.
He was sharp. Man, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We'll do more collabs and everything this year. But I'll close out with you. Wait, what you got? You got lemonade. I saw some of it. Is that a Red Bull?
No. This is just Polar Premium Tonic water. So just a little fizz. Just a little fizz for the night. Just got a little bit of editing to do, and then I'm going night. At 51 years old, man, you gotta get in the bed earlier.
51, man, get out of here. Listen, raise up your cup.
Oh,
so everybody, wherever y'all at, whatever y'all doing, raise up your cup.
There we go.
This is to 2023, where you will get to know the next best version of yourself. Thank you for joining me for the nightcap. Thank you for joining me for Believe Bill Brandon Nightcap. Make sure you follow everybody that was on this live. Make sure you follow me at I'm talking fast, PJ Owens, and at Muse Brand Online. Thank y'all so much.
Peace.